Welcome to the Keyforge Premier League update, and I am Jupiter from Manlius, New York, and I'm back after my trip to see my daughter get married. It was a wonderful trip. It was beautiful. It was a bit more expensive than I expected. Who would ever want to pay 500 bucks for 2 nights in a hotel? Don't go to premier places like resort places when you're getting married, please, because it makes people that have to go pay an exorbitant amount of money because they don't want to be miles away from the site, right? So other than that, though, I had a great time. It was wonderful to see her get married. I met her husband now, and he's a great guy, and I'm very excited to learn more about him, and he seems really fun. So, with all that said, let's get to talking a little bit about the upcoming events for this week. I'm going to give you only what I got, so don't beat me up. I'm just the messenger, and the things that we've agreed on is that we do have a last chance qualifier coming. Woo! Last chance qualifier is going to be amazing. It's going to be a 6-round Swiss event with 75-minute rounds. It is going to be adaptive, so you bring your best adaptive deck, you play your game, your opponent plays a game with your deck, and then if it's still tied, we go to bidding, and you got to do your business. So with that said, 75 minutes is the time that we agreed on because there's a lot of manual shuffling and things like that that you don't need to do, so we're going to do that, and it's traditional adaptive. So like I said, you play your deck first, then your opponent plays your deck, and then you bid if there's still bidding needed. So that's what it is, and there will be no top cut in this event. The top cut will it does not exist because what we're doing is we're giving out at least a guaranteed 8 spots for the league, and it may be more. It will be more, but because like if people opt out or they can't play or like they don't want to agree to the terms of the league, then we're going to have extra spaces. I'm going to go over those terms with you in just a moment, just so that if you are thinking about playing and you don't want to agree to the terms, you don't waste your time. But the terms are pretty basic and easy, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Again, you have a link to the Google form, the infamous Google forms that we have been asking people to fill out. The Google form is going to ask you to go to the DOK site and basically register your deck. So here's the Google form. We'll switch to it real quick. Same as last a couple times that we've done this. So your Decks of Keyforge link is there, and I'll take you to one of mine, and I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about, what I need from you. In general, right? This is what I need. I need you to go here. There's a box in the bottom right corner that has like a landscape picture of 2 mountains or 2 triangles next to each other, however you interpret that. You're going to click on that link and you're going to basically go to where it says add ownership image. You're going to click on that add ownership image, and what your image needs to have is if it's mass mutations, it needs to have a layout like this where you can see each card clearly and what the pips that are represented on each card is. But right in this space, you would add a sticker, basically, and the sticker or a piece of paper with your name on it and the date. And the date has to be within 7 days of the event. And that is for the purpose of making sure that you still own the deck or have access to the deck. So if you have a teammate that has a deck that you want to play, you just have them write your name on it with the date and a picture like this, download it, and everything will be great. Again, it has to be within 7 days of the event, so it has to be the 21st or forward of September to be eligible and clean so that we can get you registered. So that's about it. That's how easy it is to register for this event and get online and do what you got to do. As you can see, we did ask for what set are you playing, and this is just for quick metrics for the stream itself. So with that said, let's move on to the fact sheet, right? The KPL fact sheet. Let me walk you through this so that you know what you're getting into in case you decide that you don't want to do the league because of the way that what we're asking. But basically the format of the league is said here. The league will be an adaptive with basically 3 decks being available to all players each round. What we mean by that is that you as a player get to bring 3 decks to the table. You're going to basically have a list. We're going to have a list out of all the decks that everybody is using. And you can look at your opponent's decks before you choose which deck you're going to bring to the table. I suggest you do that before you actually start your game. And well, actually, you have to do it before you start the game. But like, get it done before you actually meet up to play. The decks will be there for studying and for doing whatever research you want to do to understand where you're at. You can kind of get your research in before you play, because this is top tier, top league. So we're expecting people to play at their best quality, right? you basically will select one of your 3 decks after you've done your reviews and your opponent's listing, and you'll bring one of your decks to the game. Opponent is not banning; he doesn't get to kick one of your decks out, so it's wise for you to bring a toolbox of decks and basically try to navigate the league the best you can. You'll basically be playing in Swiss groups with 4 rounds and a top cut. We haven't determined yet what the exact numbers are going to be for the top cut, but it will be between 12 and 16 people. And we'll let you know as soon as we decide that. There's been some debate about how we want to do that. But the good news is the players who make the top cut will be pre-qualified for the next season of the league. So everybody who makes the top cut, whether it's 12 or 16, is automatically qualified for the next season. The next season we will have probably 32 people total. So we'll go through the pre-qualifier events again, all over again, and we'll have that kind of fun going on for us as we move into that direction again for season 2. As you know, I already mentioned that we're going to have an archive of all the decks for the people who have submitted off of this form. All games for the week will be due on Fridays, so basically you'll have a Friday to Friday window to play your one game for the week with me recording the game. Please schedule your games ahead of time, basically, so we can deal with the overlaps. If I need to get extra people helping me record, I can do that, but the idea is that we don't all wait to the last minute in the league because that causes headaches for me and trying to get the media and stuff made for it. Because it is a because it's free to play in the league, it is important that players commit to playing all their games, especially in the top cut. We understand life happens. During the group stage, basically, we understand if you want to skip games, drop games, not play games, whatever. That's up to you. But if you qualify for the top cut, we will ask you to commit to playing all your top cut games. Because at that point we want to make sure that the consumers of the product, the people who are watching the product to learn things, get to watch the quality that we want to bring to the community and the learning in the gameplay. So this is something that you will agree to. It says, yes, I agree to play my top cut games. We left a tab up there for other, so that way if there is a reason that you don't want to agree to it, you can basically write us the reason to it, and then we can discuss it before we actually get into it. But if you're playing in the last chance qualifier, we expect you to say yes to agree to play these top cut games, because if not, you're just wasting your time playing in the qualifier to not want to play. So that's why I'm giving you this heads up on this form, because this is something we just made to help us navigate the expectations. So after that, it's just literally your participants, like your name and that matches challenge in Discord, so the same as anything else. You have an option to add a team affiliation if you want the recognition for your team moving forward with the commentating and stuff like that. Where are you regionally and country-wise? So that way we have that information as well, so that way we can get you the proper digs on where you're from and things like that when we do the casts. And then your first, second, and third deck that you're going to basically bring to the tournament, so that way we can get it out to the people and that people can look at what it is. And then we have a little feedback section here on the end of the form that basically says, is there anything else that you'd like us to look at, take into consideration, or feedback form? Because we are already starting to plan Season 2. As you know, this season is a $600 cash prize pool, 300, 200, and 100 respectively to first, second, and third. But we're already looking into Season 2 and trying to work out the dynamic of that, so that we can continue to create and keep this league rolling. That league will be starting off early in January, and we'll be moving on from that, because this league should end right around the holiday seasons for the U.S. and the world, so things kind of get slow around there. There's a lot of travel and stuff, and we don't want to stress people out over the holidays. So with that said, that is the form, and that is what you're looking at, and the league is almost here, right? This has been like 6 months for me, probably like 5-6 months that I've been percolating on this and basically trying to build. I'm very confident in the team that I have. We've grown. We have people. We're starting to assign roles. Things are going great. CKM has been the most wonderful partner for me in this ordeal. that I could ever ask for. Thank you to all the people who have supported our cause fiscally to make it so that we can give you the best prize pool that we can give you. I think we did pretty good for our first season and just getting off and running, and there will be new decks and a new store set up like soon on DOK for us. I'm working on that now that I have more time. I have finished my master's thesis, so no more school, so I have more time to dedicate to this, which is great because all of it together has been kind of hectic. I probably shouldn't have tried to do everything at once, but I'm crazy and I just keep moving, and sometimes I move too fast, and that's why I got to slow down and back up. So please, if you have feedback for me, always feel free to PM me and talk to me. I am a very approachable person. I do not harbor feedback as intention or will. So business is business. We have a right to our opinions and to do the things we got to do. You just have to maybe sometimes sell points that you want to sell. And if I want to buy them, I buy them. If I don't, I don't. And then you have to also remember I have a team of people with me now that are helping vote on these issues and basically create the best possible league that you can. There's nothing that I say or do that really doesn't go through Carl, as he has been my other half, and we have big plans in the future for stuff there as well. So that's all I got for you guys. I hope to see you Saturday. I will be on probably around 8 o'clock my time in the morning, starting with the registrations and stuff. Might do a little pregame show. I think Phil and Z will be around to cast with me and commentate. So with all that said, I think that is the last time you're going to hear from me as far as prequels go until the actual last LCQ. So good luck, have fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed the ride. It's been pretty smooth so far as far as operations go and stuff like that. And I appreciate and love all of you in the community. I hope you understand that we want nothing but the best for you guys, and that we want to basically continue to bring you the best possible keyforge that we can produce for you. Lots of new tricks and lots of new things coming, so stay tuned. And thank you for all your support and time, and we'll see you in the league.